Welcome back to another episode of the Crypto Spin Thrift Podcast. Going right in like usual. Coin Watch, Bitcoin coming back up. Market slowly recovering despite all the negativity going around by various high-profile people. Bitcoin Cash not really seeing the same recovery, but a slower one. Ethereum getting that slow recovery up. Litecoin, it's kind of like keeping itself where it's at. But I expect Litecoin to actually probably do better than most coins under it by a far margin. Monero, kind of surprised Monero hasn't shot up just as Zcash shot up just about 20 minutes ago from me recording this. I honestly consider Monero the superior untraceable anonymous coin compared to Zcash, but to each their own, I guess. And then Neo, I am unsurprised that Neo is shot back up. 100% unsurprised. And why? Why am I not surprised that Neo shot right back up? Well, that's because Neo has been compliant completely with China, and it was really getting on the legal side of China debate. And Neo's really trying to set it up as the China coin. So, not surprised that Neo's back up and running. I expect Neo to be the leading Chinese coin for a wide amount of time, wide margin, wide amount of time. Just expect Neo to be alive for a while. So on to the news. We're kind of going through things fast today. Hope you don't mind. Morgan Stanley CEO recognizes that Bitcoin is more than just a fad. However, the big fraudster himself, Jordan Belfort, thinks differently. I don't know how much grain of salt you can put into all these comments against Bitcoin in general, but someone with his credentials, you're definitely not going to care what he's saying negative about Bitcoin. Moving on. Good news. Overstock is launching a SEC compliant alternative for ICO tokens. So compliance within the law is very important for longevity. Otherwise, you're just speculating on trash. And a lot of these people will get hit by the SEC if they're any way, shape, or form interacting with America, really. I mean, the level they're interacting with America or any American will shield them up for a bit, but if they're high profile, making a lot from that ICO and actually has assets in America, they're going to get hit even if they're not American. So just keep that in mind when you're looking at ICOs and you think, oh, they're not American, but they're in America or have a single American or anything like that. They're still pretty in the jurisdiction. So some websites turns out to have coin miners in them, which the websites that have been confirmed have been Pirate Bay for some time. I think they took them down. Well, they admitted to it, and they're possibly taken down now. Showtime. Why Showtime? No one really knows, but it's been confirmed. Then 2 CBS sites. So this is a popular thing now, apparently. It's not very clear if it's for hackers or the websites themselves, because many people would not acknowledge that, wouldn't know that a miner is running, especially those less technically skilled. They just think, oh, my streaming site like CBS or Showtime streaming is just taking a lot of RAM, or I'm pirating, so I have to take the L and end up dealing with this trash. Well, I don't really know, but it's been confirmed that website mines are a thing, but pretty easy to block, just like ads. But they're basically viruses, but whatever. Next up, Kick raises 98 million, just shy of their 100 million. But the real question is, will Kick be SEC compliant? Because this could kill them. This will kill anybody if they're not being compliant. Keep that in mind. Bitcoin arguments are really flaring up over another possible fork debate, and just arguments over the core team. People have just been at each other about the way Bitcoin should be developed. It's really a crazy happening going on. So personally, it feels like the status quo on Bitcoin just needs to last. And when the status quo finally isn't sufficient, something else should just rise and take its place. But people are trying to make Bitcoin have that longevity and adapt to be the primary tool forever. I don't believe that it can be the primary tool forever, but it needs to take its seat to where it belongs as the kind of expensive asset that everyone uses, but it isn't the one that has the most volume. I really think that's the way it's going to come with Bitcoin, is this volume is going to be surpassed by something else, but its price will forever be the highest priced one in the foreseeable future, at least. Next up, Slack. No longer the messenger choice for ICOs or cryptos in general. Why? Because it's been very easy to phish people from Slack, either with bad links or just a bad Slack invite itself. So this is really letting people to drop the service and go to somewhere else. Speaking of Slack exploits, EtherDelta exploited with a JavaScript code from people clicking on URLs to fake EtherDelta and getting their crap mined by hackers, basically. And this has led to a couple thousand being confirmed stolen and possibly more passwords and other things. It's just bad situation all around. People getting exploited. Keep your passwords different, people. You really gotta do it, or you end up in some trouble, usually. And our final piece of news, wrapping up this a little bit fast. Not feeling too well. It's late, tired, but SEC has formally organized a cyber division to handle cryptocurrencies and other cyber violations. What does this mean? That means these high-profile ICOs will definitely get the ban hammer sometime. These lower ones, who knows? But imagine if another then DAO hack happens again. That's gonna have penalties, because they even considered that to be a security. So anything with a revenue stream is classified as a security in the SEC's eyes here. So unless you're making a coin, giving it away 100% free and mining it yourself, and that's how you're profiting from it, from your own mining efforts, then it's just probably going to be considered security. So just keep that in mind when you think you can make a quick buck with no problems at all. So, no True Talk Thursday today, but stay frosty, boys and girls, men and women. See you next Monday on Crypto Spendthrift Podcast. Share it everywhere. Like it if you're watching on YouTube. Leave a review if you're listening to it on anywhere else. Reviews help. Anything helps. Stay tuned for spreadsheets. Nice free content that's coming out soon. Just cop it in a week or two. So see you next week and expect some good things in the next month. specifically the next 2 weeks.